This is my review on Binding 13, Boys of Tonem, #1, by Chloe Walsh. I had to message my friend to tell her my 4 stages of what I'm feeling right now. This book is definitely a 5 out of 5 for me, okay? But there's no but going down stars. But from the first moment I met Shannon's family, besides her brothers, like her mom and dad, I wanted to go through the book and just, you know, if you know, you know. If you read the book, if you don't, I don't know how many stages you're gonna go through like me, but I hate her parents. Let's just say that. And hate is a strong word, but I hate her freaking parents, especially her mom, because woman, like woman to woman, like woman. The girls at her old school. If I could throw hands right now, I'd throw hands. Not condoning violence, but this book makes me just want to, like, you know, go through it for a couple characters because my emotions are all over the place. But yeah, this book makes you go through a whole lot of emotions. But Johnny, I did kind of want to, like, you know, boop upside the head, you know, just because, boy, this girl likes you, you like her, like, come on, man, come on. You know what you were doing, dude. You know what you were doing to Shannon. I hate to say it, but I love his character. I love Gypsy. I love Claire. Like her 2 best friends. I love his friends. I didn't like the one guy that was kind of like trying to push himself on her. I did not like that. Like, boy, like, you're a loser. But if you know, you know. That's why I said that one kid's a loser. And I'm glad Johnny roughed him up a little bit. He kind of deserved it a little bit. Nothing. I just loved Shannon and his chemistry. But at the same time, I was like, what are you 2 doing? Like, seriously. Like, probably like midway, maybe like right here to like end, I was like, why don't y'all just state your freaking feelings towards each other? Like, come on. What the heck, guys? What the heck? But yeah, I kind of wish Shannon did tell her friends and everything of what the heck was going on so that way they knew. But in a way, I kind of figured like what Joey was going on about her brother and all that. I kind of figured why, because yeah, if children and youth do get involved with stuff, it can, I don't know what it would be like over there in the UK, but like for that to be called, I get it. And I felt bad for what happened to their older brother in this book. Definitely not okay. And I see why he left. And I see why Joey and Shannon and they're like fearing for their little brother's sake. I get that. So they definitely shouldn't have to go through this. But I love this series. I love this book. Like, I honestly did enjoy it. It's just like some key parts were like very frustrating for me. Because I did go through stuff in my life with abuse, and it's not okay to have something happen to you. You know what I mean? Sorry, I don't want to cry. But if anybody is ever going through being abused by somebody, please speak up. Like, if you can trust your friends or whatever, make sure you at least tell somebody so they know what's going on so they can try to help you. If you can trust somebody not to, like, you know, put your stuff out there to have stuff called because you're scared, then yes, go to somebody that you can thoroughly trust about it. But at the same time, if you feel like your life's in danger, please contact the authorities. That's all I'm going to say about that. Is just please contact about the authorities, because sometimes that's what it takes to get out of a rough situation like that. Because being mentally, emotionally, and physically abused is not okay. So if you're ever in a situation that make sure you try to get out. Just keep trying the best way you can. I know as women, I know men go through this too, but if you can try your hardest to get out of a situation. Because I seen stories where a guy was getting abused and he stayed because there was kids, and it is hard. But just keep fighting for it. And something will happen. You know what I mean? I hope something good will happen. I did love how they kind of did bicker back and forth, her and Johnny, because she didn't want to do it. So that's kind of a good thing. But I did love Joey and Shannon's little thing going on before they went to Johnny's house. I did love that in the book. I love Joey's girlfriend too. Like, I hope that in the next book that we see more of them and that, but I don't know what's going to happen in the next book. But I hope it ends up to where Shannon becomes safe. I hope Johnny kind of remembers what she said, but I hope Johnny does not get in trouble either. You know what I mean? Because Joey's already handling it. But I hope to see like something, like closure of something of the dad completely gone because it's not okay. The mom, I hope she gets some kind of help, no offense, because to see your kids go through a whole bunch of pain, like why? So I hope in the next book that the kids end up safe for Shannon's family. I hope Johnny can go back onto his thing. I hope that Johnny and Shannon do open up their true feelings instead of like not being heavily medicated on anything, to where their mind's very clear, to where they can state their feelings to each other very clear. You know what I mean? Because I feel like in the next book, my thoughts are, I feel like in the next book that there's going to be a bunch of stuff to where he doesn't remember, but she does. There's going to be like stuff to where I don't think they would trust each other, but I could be wrong. You know what I mean? But I do hope they have a happily ever after, Johnny and Shannon, because I feel like they deserve it. I feel like she should get her dreams, he should get his dreams, and I hope that happens in the next book. But at the ending, I freaking bawled. Before I did this, like I said, I took my, I had to get my frustrations out and contact my friend first before I did this review to tell her my emotions, because they were like, you went from giggly to frustrated to mad to a little bit happy and then crying at the end. Literally, I cried at the end of this freaking book. And that brings me to the point, like, I'm about to go read Keeping 13, which is the next book in the series. And I hope that, like I said, Shannon gets out of the situation, and I hope Johnny kind of does take his father's advice towards the end of the book and gets better. You know what I mean? But we'll see in the next book. 5 out of 5. Can't wait to read the next book, and I'll give you my thoughts on that. But yeah, you'll be going through a whole bunch of emotions with this book, like I did. But yeah, my best advice is, if, like I said, you're in a situation to where you want out of, try the best way you can. And if you're going through stuff to where you want to keep pushing your body, I recommend you, if a doctor is telling you to really like heal yourself, listen to that doctor and heal yourself before something worse of what happened in here happens. You know what I mean? Because it does suck. And always trust your gut feeling when it comes to stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, and I'm glad that Johnny's very overprotective with Shannon. I do love that. And I do love her friends for being overprotective too. So we'll see what happens in the next book. Again, this is my review on Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. Boys of Tommen, I think that's how you say it now. Sorry. And yeah, I'm about to read the next book, and I will see you guys in the next video and give you my thoughts on that. But yeah, hope you guys, if you get a chance to read it, let me know your thoughts if you read it. I kind of want to know what you liked and didn't like. But yeah, bye guys. I will give you my review on the next book as soon as I finish it. It may take me a couple days, may take me a week, I don't know. But bye guys.